So get it together or leave it alone. Get it together. Just getting it together, getting it right, setting up on all platforms. Come on in. Getting it in. Saying, waiting on my man, A Love. Come on in. Waiting on my mellow, my man, A Love. Come and talk to me. Shouts out to my man YG. YG. Call himself YD. I call him YG. He's a young guy. And rap is out of control. Rap, rap is out of control. I'm trying to so, we talking community activity, what's going on in the community. Think I got my man. I got my man. Boom, doom, doom, do, 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 mm, doom, I got my man coming on. Peace to the God. Unmute yourself. You muted. Unmute yourself.
Said peace to the God. You already know what it is.
Indeed, indeed. How you feeling, God?
Yo, feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Man, it's an honor to have you on, man. Really, really it is, You,
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know,
just trying to get everything set up and logged in right.
right, indeed, indeed. Um,
I think we good now.
okay. I'm adjusting my volume and everything because my headset is loud, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we this is let me go ahead and do my opening because bringing back that North Star talk, you know what I'm saying? North Star Talk on YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Michael Muhammad, aka the Mike God, Master I see God Cypher Divine. And I'm gonna have my man A Love as a reoccurring co-host. on North Star Talk, and we're gonna be dealing with you know what I'm saying, the community. We're gonna deal with other topics. We're gonna address issues, you know, and we're gonna make it happen. So, hey, love, aka Iris Hines, aka Blue to see you. Oh,
CEO.
yo, what's up, God?
Hey, man, you know, chilling guy. Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you still doing big things, you know, in the Maxon community. And you know, I support you 100%. And hey, I'm ready to let's get to it, man, so we can make some change in our hometown and hopefully everybody get on board with what we, you know, going to be doing.
Right, right, no doubt, no doubt. And yo, check this out, right? Like, um, we both know and understand how important community is. When you dealing with our young people, with our youth. Tell them about the organization that you created at a very young age. I mean, like you had to be about like 14, 15, somewhere in that area.
Nah, bro, I was like 13, bro. I was like 13. And when I started, me and my mother, we started Make a Change Foundation. Well, first,
Right.
I'm sorry. First, we started uh Everybody is Somebody program. And
Okay.
it was just a bunch of my friends in the neighborhood, you know, boys and girls that I grew up with. I was real close, and we all
Right.
was friends. And it started in that circle, and then it just grew up to something real big.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. And also, you got some real serious coaching experience, and you're an athlete, you know what I'm saying? You speak on that. Yo, I gotta give it to him. This is our first show, man. I can't have you come on here and don't nobody really know the what they call it, the backstory. You know
The
what I'm saying?
backstory, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you know, I got like you know, 6 siblings, brothers and sisters. It's 3 girls, 3 boys, and then including myself, so we make 7. And you know, my older brothers and them, they was all into sports. And so, you know, being the baby boy, you know, I get the glimpse, the last, you know, talent of that crop.
Right,
So I was
right,
real good on basketball, football, coming up through middle school. Very had the talent that God gave me, and so I went on to high school. Did some good things in high school. After that, played a little bit of semi-pro football,
okay,
then arena football, and then I got into the coaching at the Lombard Institute. It's a historic black school in Lombard, North Carolina.
right, right,
I
indeed.
left there. Then I went to Altus, Oklahoma, where I became assistant head basketball coach there for Jerry Caston there at Western Oklahoma State Junior College. So then after that, got the college experience, and I came back home, and I started a academy school called Riverside Christian Academy NC.
Okay,
Yes,
right,
NC at the end. And it was a post grad and a prep high school prep program. And I had one of the top programs in the country. You know, we had some
okay.
top players. You came to the game, you
Yes,
seen them.
indeed,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, and have some hand-on experience with mentoring and the young guys you had um on board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember you came to one of the classroom and
Right,
talked to the kids, you
right,
know, that we
indeed.
had sitting there in class, in class.
That's right. That's right. Now check this out, because you gotta. I gotta put it out there, man. I ain't trying to
Hey,
blow your
anything you want
spot,
to ask, man?
yo.
Hey, let's get
Now,
it.
now check this out. You coached against a young man. He ended up in the NBA, but y'all played him, and you promoted it, and we promoted it. Um, they call him Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
You,
Dennis Smith Jr.
you so
That went in from Fayetteville, North Carolina, went on to
yes,
the
sir.
NBA.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah, matter of
you got to
fact,
put
you
that
know,
out there.
yeah, matter of fact, you know, it was him, and then they had he had the other kid that played with him, Quay Parker. You know,
Right.
he didn't make it to the NBA, but he was a top prospect at that time. But
Right.
then I had Bashir, 6'8" point guard, went to
Right.
St. John's, played for Chris Mullins. Then I had the kid Face, and they came to our home, played us at our home gym. And
Right.
hey, I must say, man, we beat them boys by 30.
No,
We beat them
indeed.
boys by 30 that night. Bashir had
Indeed.
about 35, 40 on
Right.
Dennis Smith. I give Dennis Smith and Quay Parker, they may have about 10 or 13 apiece, somewhere right up in there. But we were
Right.
just overmatched for them boys. We had that year, I mean, I had all the talent, man, from 1 through
Right.
5. Yep.
Right. Indeed. Indeed. Now, and you doing what you was doing in the community with the coaching and everything, and bringing athletes from probably all around the world uh
Yes.
to America, and making things happen. And then you came across can we say it has some form of racism in it, but
Oh man,
it
you talk
also
about racism, unjust, all types of politics. It was all type of stuff that was in there. But I can't say, bro, all of that stems from jealousy. I was a
right,
young man. I was doing positive things, helping these kids get to school, changing the culture in Robinson County. If you know anything about Robinson County, it's one of the poorest county in the state of North Carolina. And,
right,
I'm bringing a lot of attention to that area with my program. And, people just wasn't ready to embrace change that I was bringing. And I was
right,
way ahead of the game because, my people in my hometown, they didn't understand that I was putting the program there where I was putting it at, but later on, it was going to be, a feeding program for my community in Maxton, North Carolina.
no doubt, no doubt. And also, um I'm really looking at how you stood your ground against everything. um you're working on a documentary. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on with the aftermath of all that.
Yeah, well, I come from a praying family, a praying mother, praying grandmother, just my whole family, man. We are some praying people. So when I was going through everything I was going through, I never lost my faith.
Right, right,
And I just took it as it was a lesson that I had to go through to get to the end, to get the reward. And and
right,
and not only that, to show other people that you can be crucified, lied on, anything can happen on you. Your life can change at a drop of a dime, like my life
true,
did.
true
And
indeed.
with prayer, I came out on the right end of history. But with that said, I'm doing a documentary called Rest of Judgment. And basically in
Rush
the
to judgment.
documentary, basically in the documentary, we just sharing everything that inspired, everything that took place. We're gonna expose the truth with real evidence that the people are gonna be able to see. And I think the people are gonna be shocked and really be like, wow, like they really was trying to crucify this man for no reason.
Right, no doubt, no doubt,
No reason. Yep.
no doubt. Yo, my Facebook friends, I'm live on Facebook, and you can go to North Star Talk on YouTube. I posted it. It's on my page, so go to my feed and stroll up and down, so you can go to the YouTube channel and watch this live. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. You know what I'm saying? I just came on Facebook to let y'all know to go to North Star Talk YouTube channel and go up and down my news feed and get that. Now I'm finna get off here and get back into some serious work. You want to check it out, you go there and check it out, or check it out later. Yeah, YD hit me up and he was saying he was at work. I sent him the YouTube channel um to where he can actually come on later on and watch it, you know.
Yeah, shout out to the young boy YD, man. I pretty much like what he's doing in the community. You know, some stuff that need to be cleaned up, but you know, I respect what he's doing, and he's
Right,
trying to
indeed.
make a stand for the youth and for the community. And I think
Right,
we all trying to do that, even the ones is afar, you know,
right,
and we
right,
just all got to come together and come up with a good plan that what we can do to build in our community. You know why we have to send our kids to other communities and other towns to go to school to get a good education when we got a school that's closed down that is still some good right there in Maxton that we
right,
can use to keep everything together. Man, you know what? Think about it, bro. Back in the days, it used to be feel good to go to the football games and we all fellowship
right,
in the community at the
right,
football games, you know, the middle school
right,
football games. You know,
right,
that when you have sports like that within the community and you have a school you can be proud of, it brings everybody together, man. And that's
true,
what we missing right now. Think about it.
true
What do we
indeed.
have there that really bring the whole community together? When I say the
Right,
whole community, I'm talking about the little kids, everybody.
right. Cause,
Think about that.
cause
What do we have that really bring us together, bro?
nothing right now. Cause like I say, you know, I got a little age on you, and
Yeah.
so I remember with the high school, you know, the pet rallies, the high school band. After a Friday night game, the high school band used to just rock for at least 30 minutes after the game with everybody in the community standing around just rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the talent shows at the high school, the band concerts, man, all that was going on. And they took that away. You know what I'm saying? They took that away from us to where eventually we started falling back from only a few young cats were playing sports and everything, but a lot of parents couldn't get to the games. A lot of the kids couldn't get to practice and stuff like that. And so it took a toll on the Maxon community. And now you have like YD bringing back his AAU, the Mad Dogs. He's trying to do that, and we definitely got to support what he got going on there. I know Heinz Elite, D1 Elite. I know y'all came in and did some stuff in the community with a basketball camp, and then some other people. I think they just um, had a little football training camp in memory of T-Man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. R.I.P. T Man, man.
Indeed, rest in
Terrence
me.
Campbell.
Indeed, Terrence Campbell, you know what I'm saying? And he could rap, you know what I'm saying? We can't forget that, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so it's a lot of people now, you know, stepping up and saying, you know what, got to have make some changes in the community, you know, no matter what community it is. I got to send some shouts out to we call him little Ilion, you know what I'm saying? He's
Oh yeah,
representing and Red Spring.
yeah.
Shouts
I
out to
seen that.
him, little
Yeah,
Dante. You
congratulations.
know what I'm saying? Indeed, you gotta get him back on that microphone. The young fella, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
you know he used to had a gospel group too.
yeah, yeah,
He
you know what
sung
I'm
in a
saying?
gospel group. Yeah, I
No
remember them
doubt,
boys. Yeah,
no doubt. And that's when like Reverend Elion McQueen was in the community. Theodore McKenzie, Ron Mack, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to
yeah.
Ron Mack,
R.I.P.
you
Ron
know what I'm
Mack.
saying? And so it's a lot of cats, but somewhere along the line there became a generation gap, and the older, what they call them unks now, with the, well, you know, the unks, we was out there on Sunday in the park. We was out there at the Little League game. We was there, you know what I'm saying, help guide the young people. You know, a lot of people don't know this here, so I'm glad I got you on here. A lot of people don't know. I even had a sting as a coach, the fifth and sixth grade girls basketball and softball team. A lot of people
Yeah, I
don't know that
remember that.
I stood up and I ain't know nothing about coaching, so I had to get you in there. I'm like, yo, I need you to come help guide me, teach
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know,
But bro, but you know what's so crazy though? You know, I remember that, man. I remember that. But way before that, you was always out there in the community, man. You know what I
all
mean? You
praise
was
be
always
Allah.
out there fighting for the kids, talking to the kids,
Right,
trying to develop a community where we all come together,
right,
and it was
indeed.
people behind the scenes, they didn't want that. So they
Right,
start brainwashing the parents of the kids so,
right,
they wouldn't have to deal with you. You know what I
right,
mean?
indeed.
But there's a lot of stuff you told us that I look back at, and today I see it now. And
Indeed,
it's so
indeed.
crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Who this somebody joining in on it. They on an iPhone and they muted. Maybe they'll manifest themselves in a little bit. You know, that might be YD on a break or something or other.
But not only that, man. Let me tell the people this too, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
you was nice in the hip hop game. You the first one of the first one that brought hip hop to Maxton.
Praise
Because you
to the
were trying
Allah.
to use the
Oh yeah,
music
yeah.
to get the young people, in tune into the music,
Right,
but it was life within the music,
right, right,
life lessons within the music that you was
right,
teaching.
indeed.
And you definitely taught me and my brother a lot, man. You was like our big brothers. You was there for us when
Indeed,
our big
indeed.
brothers was going on in the service and they wasn't home. And you was there to fill in that gap, fill in that void, man. And I
Indeed,
definitely
indeed.
appreciate you for that. And I know
Mm.
my brother appreciate you for that. And I knew my
Oh,
mother,
indeed,
she
indeed.
definitely appreciated.
Oh yeah,
She
Mondale,
loved you
man.
to
That's
death,
the
man.
godmother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
She
yeah.
made sure I ate now. She
Oh
would have
yeah,
them plates
absolutely.
there. She was cooking the plates there. She made sure I ate. She said, boy,
Yeah, bitch. Hey,
you better come over here and get something.
man, she used to feed the whole community, though, man.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
That's how
Yo,
she was, man. She was one of those, man, that welcome everybody, man.
right, indeed. We got YG. You
What's
gonna
going
change
on, doctor?
it. When you dealing with me, you YG. Now when you anywhere else, I don't care what you call yourself, but you the young guy. How you doing, fam?
How you doing, doctor?
I'm doing good, doing good.
I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? I snuck away so I can come and visit y'all fellas.
Indeed. Appreciate that, man.
So why?
Cause like we said, we're gonna start hosting these things like this here where we can build and then they can go to the North Star Talk page and actually see it. Sometimes on Facebook things get erased. So I know you on break, so you got a chance to drop some stuff on us. You know what I'm saying? I just was talking about you with your AAU. So give the people what you want. Give the people what they want.
Well, with the AAU situation, AAU program was started up actually for youth and adults, like, because it was like something I just wanted to bring to Maxon so Maxon can have their own, because we literally have no AAU team. So like a lot of our kids have to go to other cities and towns to have to play sports. So I try to bring something to the Mac, you know what I'm saying, for we can have something to call our own. Plus, it was also an opportunity because I'm 41 years old and I still play sports. So I made an opportunity for all the older heads too to be able to play sports too and participate.
Indeed,
So
indeed.
that was the angle behind everything, you know what I'm saying, just to give us our own. When I heard y'all boys talking about the music thing and how you a pioneer around here, I was just literally telling somebody last night, I was like, yo, I'm a prodigy of Mike X there when it comes to this music thing. They were
Indeed. All
surprised
praise
that I
to
chose you out of all the people. They're like, Mike X? I was like, yes. I was like, when he slid me that tape when I was like in the fifth, fourth grade or something, and that tape was
right.
that cue that noise. I said, I've been a
Right.
fan ever
Hey man, I
since
appreciate
that
that.
moment. That's what made me decide to want to heard that
Indeed.
moment.
Indeed. But see, it was like this here, cause when I went to, Uncle Teeny was like one of my favorite uncles, and he would always take me in and because he had all them boards, and I seen that piano, and I would come over and get on the piano. Then I say, look, I said, Uncle Teeny, you got old boys, man. Them boys like the Jacksons. You got to buy them instruments. Get them instruments. And I kept begging them, get them instruments. And all y'all play now.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
more
sir.
A love.
Yeah. What's up, man? Hey, bro, I see that you dedicated, man, and that's what the people in the community need to see. You at work and you still took time out
So we
to
talking about
step
she
in the
just came in
gap
here
for
and
the,
told me,
huh?
said, boy, you don't put me in the break room. So she just came here, boy, you don't put me in the break room till after 4 o'clock. She said, ain't even 4 o'clock. Yeah, I said, man, and while I stood
Nah,
up, I
man,
had to
it
stay
just
on my
show
phone.
it just show your dedication for the community,
Right.
where you
Right.
took time out to at least just tune in. No matter how long you be in here, you took time out. And I definitely appreciate that, man. And I know
Yeah, a
your
lot of
brothers.
most situations is about sacrifices, man. You gotta be willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice out here in
Right.
these streets, man. Or
Right.
wherever you're going, you gotta be. It's
Right.
all about sacrifices, man. Like, because with everybody that could participate and be a part of whatever anybody got to bring the Mexican, you're gonna have to step out of your everyday lifestyle or your everyday movements and stuff and make certain sacrifices, whether it's you're not being able to spend that significant time with your family because you got to be over here
Right.
to make moves or like all that. Like everything is a sacrifice, man. And I then had somewhat of that understanding. Like whenever I was doing the coaching, I never missed so many anniversaries, his birthday, weekends and stuff like that. We usually take him out of town to do something like that. I was like, hey, can't go nowhere this time. I got a game. I can't go nowhere. I got to practice with these babies.
Right.
But you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
brighter days are coming.
Yo, indeed, indeed. And this is just the beginning right here of black men getting together and discussing our community. That hadn't been done in a while, you know what I'm saying? And for us to be able to come on social media and the platform. I see you go live on your page and I try to catch it. If I don't catch it, I watch it afterwards. So hey man, we gotta be here for each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, the one thing about the black community is we set trip. And we be talking about the games and stuff. But look, even in the church, somebody say, I'm from the church of God in Christ. Somebody say, I'm from the church of God around Christ. Another one say, I just go to church. I ain't got no Christ. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, somebody say, I'm a Mason. Somebody say, I'm an elf. Somebody say, I'm a moose. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, I'm a blue collar worker. Somebody say, I'm a white collar worker. Somebody say, I go to work, I work with no shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
I was one of the things I said too. I was like, we got too many churches in Mexico where it's supposed to be one guy's body, so like it shouldn't be hard for y'all to come together just to do stuff for the community,
Right,
regardless of what
right,
it is, whether it's a picnic
right,
in the park or whether it's just providing opportunity, period. Because if anybody
right.
can get some grants, most likely be churches can.
Church is
So like I
right.
said,
And
everybody is
indeed, like when
like
we was coming
together.
up, man, they would take us to the lake. All the churches would be at the lake, Jones Lake or Cardinals Lake. But
Yep, all
now,
the way to the spot.
yeah. And so we got to get back to that.
Yeah.
Man, you know what though? I remember back in the days too, man. They used to do the Bible study where you go, they give you little freshness. We used to be looking for that little juice and cookie,
Right,
and
right. Oh
things
yeah.
like that. Because that's
Mhm.
when it was a lot of love in Maxton. And that's what
Right,
we got to get back to the love. And I
right,
want to say, man, to them young parents out there in Maxton, get a hold of your kids, man. You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, that's the problem right there. We got to start right there where they got to get a hold of their kids. Now, when their kids get
And be their
a
friends,
certain
man. We gotta
age,
be
I
parents.
Yeah,
say that
you're
again.
right.
I said we can't be their friends. We gotta be their parents.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get it when they get a certain age, you can't control them now because they smelling themselves. Hey, I get it, but let God handle them. But that little
They'll
Johnny
come back around.
that is coming up, we gotta teach him. You gotta grab them when they're in the third, fourth grade, and then you start molding them and changing the mindset.
Right,
And
right,
then those that is older, they gonna fill it out. They gonna go along.
right,
So when
right,
they fill out that crop that you built, now you're gonna start seeing your crop is coming
right,
up from the roots and
right,
start putting out the fruits of the labor that you
right.
was trying
That's
to
the
put in the ground.
Cause
that's
that's
how you
how
see.
when I came back to Maxon in 1990, uh, my job was to drop seeds on everybody. So I was getting the young people together. Shouts out to Rashid, J Rock, aka the Public's Eye. Uh, my whole Wu Alma Wu Tang family.
Hey, it was a lot of them boys now.
Dooney, Sal, YG, LG,
Can't
was it
forget my brother Bino. Can't forget my brother Bino.
Slit, you know what I'm saying? So every time I was coming around them, I would rhyme, I would talk to them, I build with them. I always greeted all the young people with peace, God, because I want them to get that energy that God is in them, that they are part of God, that they descendants from God, that we all God's children of the Most High God. So when you hear me saying peace to the God, to the young people, I'm just dropping a seed because, hey, nobody was arguing with them saying, "What's up, my nigga?" Nobody was correcting that. But when they would say peace to God, why you putting peace to God in hell? Why, we got to change that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And start. There's a scene, and I'm gonna find it. The new Planet of the Apes, and they say ape don't kill ape. and the ape that killed, they went at him. What you doing? Ape don't kill ape. We got to be like that. The black say what?
The exile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to get where we saying the brothers don't kill brothers, and we got to see each other as brothers.
But here's the thing that we have in our area, man. When you have white people to come together, nobody have nothing to say. It's like, yeah, okay. Then when you had the Native Americans come together, it's like, yeah, everybody proud of who they are. But when we want to be proud and we want to bring black people together, now everybody got something to say. Oh, look at them. Now they want to do this. Oh, they're trying to do that. Bro, listen, we gotta forget what they say. We gotta be proud of being black, man.
Right.
The other crews didn't even invite us to the cookout. They didn't even go that far.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. And
another thing,
and another thing I want to touch on, just like, I came down there to support the reunion. And, if you went out there, you see where it was a good, nice turnout. Everybody was having a good time. But you can't tell me we didn't have more people from Purnell Sweat that we went to school with, right? Should have been there to show that support within our community, because they would have bought those dollars down to our community to spend in the stores and in the community. But we didn't get that support. We got some, but I think we should have had more of them that way coming into Maxton. See, nobody want to come into Maxton, but they want to take us out of Maxton to their place. And I ain't gonna call nobody name out because I try to keep everything professional.
Right. Indeed.
But it's just like with our Maxton athletes, they can't represent Maxton because they in another community. So when you read the papers, it don't say, oh, such and such from Maxton. It say such and such from here, from Red Springs, from Fairmount, or from South Robinson, or we still don't get the respect. So it's like, when we gonna get the respect? When we gonna win? When we gonna be proud again and say, hey, that kid right there from Maxton, that kid representing Maxton? Because you can say, oh, I represent Maxton, but if you don't say it in the papers, or nobody don't see it in the papers, they don't know you from Maxton. They think you from wherever you
that school. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
indeed. And so, like I say, this is definitely a starting point for us on social media, especially young black men coming together to discuss, not argue, not to debate, but to discuss how to make changes within our community.
And can I point this out real quick too? Not mean to cut you off, bro. Do you know right now, if we wanted to start a private school in Maxton, we can start a private school in Maxton. And guess what little building we can use to start it out of?
What's that?
The Fullmore's got that building up there behind the Exxon.
Right.
You can get with them and you can start the program right there. You may say, well, it's a small building. But nah. See, you ain't thinking. You started there and get the people to start coming in there.
Right.
And then what you do online. accredited school.
virtual,
You
right?
can do virtual where you
That's
get the
right.
laptops. You can have the kids in there. That's how you
Right.
start off with the private school. Then
I
now
like that
it start
conversation right there,
building
Rob.
up. It start building up and it start building up. Then before you know it, now guess what? We're not sending our kids to the other schools because we got our own private school right there
Right.
in Maxton. We got our football field where we
That's
can
right.
start our own football team to stay there.
Right.
You can build an independent schedule because you ain't
Right.
gonna be a part of the Robinson, the public schools of Robinson County. You know, you cut
That's right.
them off, you know, because
Right.
they not for us anyway. You know, they the
Right.
one holding that building over there in RBD where we
That's
can't
right.
get the building for our community. Then they want to, from I don't know how true it is, but they want to take our middle school from us. If you take, well, the middle school is gone. I meant to say the elementary. So if
Right.
they take that elementary, it's gone, bro. It's
Right.
Maxton
But
is
see,
done. It's over.
but just like with
I
the,
like that idea too, A-Love. But fellas, if y'all still on here,
hey man,
that to get to this work.
Come
hey
on,
man,
man.
I
I
appreciate
got
you,
the
man.
knowledge,
Love
bro.
you.
I just did it.
I'm gonna
Love
call
you,
you later on
bro.
about this conversation too. You know, I can chop it up with my fellas.
Yeah,
Okay
I got
then.
you, bro.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
peace.
I'm gonna
Peace
talk
to the God.
Peace to the God.
I love y'all, fellas.
Love you
Love you
too.
too, bro.
YG.
We got
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
like you said, bro, the boys like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, that's the Alma Wu. I call them the Alma Wu-Tang Clan. But look, I wanna show you something, right? Hold on, let me share my screen.
And while you doing that, man, you know, that's why I get so passionate when we
Right.
talk about my town of Maxton, because a lot of people don't know, bro, I was out there fighting for that community when I was only 13 years old.
Right, indeed.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, I got the know-how when it comes to the education system.
Right.
I got the know-how, and I got people that got money that can possibly put money there so we can do what we need to do. It's very easy if we can just bring people together. And I ain't gonna call no names, but we got people there that know how to write grants, that they wrote grants for Pembroke, they wrote grants for Red Springs, they wrote grants for other communities, and they were successful at getting those grants. So we need to bring that resource and bring those people into the fold, what we trying to do, because they from Maxton, and we write and get our own grants and, you know, keep everything in-house. You know what I mean?
Indeed. I want to point out something before we get off.
Yeah.
From my good brother, Professor Griff, in his book, The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop, there's a section in it called The Secret Covenant. In this covenant, they say, create an illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. He said, we will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplish one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. Say, we will always stand above the relative fear of their spirit, for we know the secret of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. Say, we will use our knowledge of science and technology in a subtle way so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metal agents, accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poison everywhere they turn. Then it gives a Revelation 12:9. It says, therefore rejoice, O heaven, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time to live. Say, they will, let me back it up, just strolling. Okay, here we go. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese. And when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus. Man, hey, y'all forgive me, this me strolling on here. It said, where we at? I'm all over the place, eh? Hold on. We will focus their attention towards money and material good, so they many never connect with their inner selves. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasure, and gain, so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Talking about God, right? So
but you hit it in the nail though at the beginning. At the beginning. You get what I'm saying? And you know what it made me think of? It made me think of when I had put it out there and I say, let's bring Maxton High School back, right? So everybody started jumping on that, but they didn't understand behind that saying that let's bring in Maxton High School back. So when I started the program, Riverside Christian Academy NC, right? When I started that program down there in Lumberton, well, that was the journey of bringing Maxton High School back. Because if we would have kept going, that program, I was eventually bringing it back, bringing the high school back towards my hometown.
Right.
And then that's right there would have been a new birth of bringing Maxton High School back. A lot of people couldn't catch that, bro. I was way ahead of the game, and they couldn't see that far.
Right. Well, you know, it said, where there's no vision, the people perish. Our people in our hometown, a lot of them don't have no vision. They can't see beyond their circumstances. They can't see beyond the situations that they go through every day. They really have no hope, you know? And so when someone comes with some vision, you always have those that try to stamp it out. Why? Because they didn't get the vision, or they wish they had the vision. And so instead of them coming on board to help bring more sight to the vision, they do what it takes to work against it and work against the person that God gave that vision. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I appreciate you coming on. You know what I'm saying? This is North Star Talk YouTube channel. We back.
Yeah, we back. But bro, let me just say this before
yes, sir.
we
Close
end
us out then. Close us out.
Yeah, I want to end it on this note right here. And with this note is that, you know, people in our community got to get educated. They got to understand R.B. Dean School is a historic site.
Right.
That was the first school there in our community where blacks during segregation, where blacks could get their education. So that is a historic site. Right. It's funding for historic sites, man. And it's money where you can bring that school back to function because it is a historic site.
Right.
Townsend Middle School, elementary school, sits on a historic site. That was Maxton High School. So those are historic landmarks, man. And people don't understand that when it's a historic landmark, is protected, you know, by law. And you know, they just got to get educated on that, man, and you know, start capitalizing.
No doubt, no doubt.
I want to end it with that, bro. To my people.
And with that being said, we want to thank y'all who was going to watch this here, or tuned in it, and we thank my peoples, my family, my cousin YG, also known as YD. YD, but he's YG to me. You know what I'm saying? Such a YG to me. You know what I'm saying? And man, I appreciate your love, but you know, I'll be hitting you up for the next joint. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta figure out how many times we're gonna go live on North Star Talk a week, and then start bringing in guests. Matter of fact, since I use Professor Griff's book. I'm gonna reach out to him and see how I can get him on to discuss the secret covenant that they got out, and let him give us some insight on it. And we go from there with setting up guests to come on that we can build with, even resources that can kind of guide us with what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move it a little bit towards the afternoon when people are home from work and they relaxing and sitting around. So
Right.
that's more to, towards like 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere around
No
up in
doubt.
that area, so people can have time to get off work, get home, tune in, and we can
Right.
have these conversations because it's healthy. It's just
Right.
conversation. It's
That's
not gonna
right.
hurt nothing. It's just conversation. And then we
Right.
gotta be proud of ourselves far as being a Black community. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
People
that.
hear that word Black and we community and we want to love each other and stuff.
Right,
People get all
right.
excited. Oh my God. Oh, they do. Come on, man. We got to get away from that. If everybody else can love themselves, why can't we love
And why
ourselves?
can't we?
Absolutely.
Yo, this is Northside Talk, and people around town talking this and that. Peace. We out.
Peace to the God.